This is breaking news.
Good afternoon, I'm Dana Tyler. We're following breaking news in Staten Island. As we reported earlier this hour, multiple sources telling CBS 2 a Staten Island grand jury has decided not to indict an NYPD officer in the death of a man on Staten Island. 43-year-old Eric Garner died July 17th after NYPD officer Daniel Pantaleo put him in an apparent chokehold during an arrest on Bay Street. The incident caught on cell phone video, which went viral. Garner's family reportedly gathering this afternoon in Harlem with the Reverend Al Sharpton to make a statement at some point. We'll bring that to you. But right now we are gathering information. Again, no indictment from a Staten Island grand jury. And what's interesting here, of course, is what the reaction will be from the community leaders. Our Dave Carlin is live in Staten Island right now. And again, this decision coming down within the past hour. Dave, can you give us a sense of things there in Staten Island, reaction?
Dana, I can. A lot of people have not heard the news. What few people have on this block, which is where this happened, did come out here. About 4 or 5 people, very frustrated and upset, and we definitely heard that from them. It has since become very quiet here with just some interviews going on beside a memorial for Eric Garner that's right over there, but a little hard to see from our vantage point. Right now, you don't have a large group of people here. You have some people who know Garner or knew him very well. Over here, we're going to show you the rest of the situation here because, you know, you would expect to see some police officers, but they are a few blocks away, as we have seen. And we're giving you a look at the neighborhood right now. Now, this is Bay Street near Victory Boulevard, and this is where we're actually going to send it back to you, Dana, right now.
Thank you, Dave. Again, this happened on Bay Street, July 17th. Eric Garner, 43 years old, a father of 6. Police stopping him for allegedly selling what they call loose cigarettes. CBS 2's Tony Aiello joining me now as we look at this video, Tony, which everyone has seen, and of course with what happened in Ferguson, there was much anticipation of today's decision.
Dana, the legal experts that I was talking to felt that this video was obviously going to be a key piece of evidence that would be presented to the grand jury. This grand jury was 23 people from Staten Island. They were a special grand jury. They weren't a regular grand jury that was just sitting in due course listening to various cases. It was a special grand jury impaneled by Staten Island Richmond County District Attorney Daniel Donovan, specifically to look at the circumstances of the Eric Garner case. What's
different here than Ferguson is the reality of our world has us looking at the 2 different cases. There was this videotape, as well as the medical examiner determining that this was a homicide. However, the secret goings-on of a grand jury, we don't know a whole lot about what happened among these 23 people.
Well, we don't. We do know that when District Attorney Donovan announced the grand jury, he said, quote, "I assure the public that I am committed to conducting a fair, thorough, and responsible investigation into Mr. Garner's death, and that I will go wherever the evidence takes me without fear or favor." You see Dan Donovan here speaking just yesterday when he urged New Yorkers to be patient and then to be calm in the wake of any grand jury decision. We do know that Officer Daniel Pantaleo, who is the undercover cop who was wearing green, the green T-shirt with the number 99 on the back, that he's seen in that video bringing Eric Garner down to the ground. We do know that Officer Pantaleo did testify to the grand jury 12 days ago, Friday, November 21st. We believe that he spoke for about 2.5 hours. He would have been asked questions by the assistant district attorney who was leading the grand jury, but he also might have been asked questions by the grand jurors themselves. Unlike a regular trial, in a grand jury, the grand jurors do have the right to ask questions. And he clearly would have told them that he did not intend to cause this man's death. He might have spoke about what looks like a chokehold, what Mayor de Blasio called an apparent chokehold. The police have been saying, no, that's not. Some of the police officers have been saying it looks like a chokehold. It's actually what we call a seatbelt hold, which is a different technique that does not put pressure on the windpipe. This obviously speculation, but it's informed speculation because what else would he have told the grand jury? But that he followed his training, that he did not intend to cause this man's death, and that he regretted what happened.
Also, we should say again, a grand jury's purpose is to determine if there is probable cause for a case to go on to trial. Again, the Staten Island grand jury deciding not to indict an NYPD officer, Daniel Pantaleo in the death of 43-year-old Eric Garner. You're looking here at a live picture of the Richmond County Courthouse on Stapleton Place. We do see some police officers there. As Tony said, District Attorney Daniel Donovan expected to speak at some point. We expect him to, as well as the family I mentioned earlier with the Reverend Al Sharpton. We've now been told that will be later on today, and so we will bring that to you and all that goes on today in reaction to the no indictment by the Staten Island grand jury. And of course, a family is still grieving.
Yes, Eric Garner's mother said that she felt that her son was treated, quote, like an animal, and that it broke her heart to watch that video and to see what happened to him.
Thank you, Tony Aiello, who's covered this story for quite some time, and thank you. We will be back here on CBS 2 and WLNY-TV later today with coverage, no indictment by the Staten Island grand jury in the death of Eric Garner.
This has been Breaking News.